Hey everyone, welcome to another video of the Nameless Things. Today we're taking a look at John Wick issue 1 from Dynamite Comics. Now guys, I didn't know that this franchise had a comic book run, and I guess a lot of people didn't know because this is an extremely limited print count. That's just a 6-issue mini-series that came out from Dynamite Comics around 2018. This deals with the story about John Wick right before the events of the first movie, and everyone who's seen this franchise loves John Wick and loves the world of John Wick, always wants to know more about this world. Especially they want to know what was the Baba Yaga in his prime, because we've only ever seen him what happens when he comes out of retirement, but no one ever knows what made him so formidable before he went into retirement. So guys, like I said at the beginning, this was released by Dynamite Entertainment. This was written by Greg Pak and the artwork is being done by Giovanna Velleta. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but I'll just put it up so you can read it over here. So rather than adapting the movies or giving just a retelling of what happens in the movies like most franchise movie comic books do, this comic book actually gives us an original story that's considered to be canon to the John Wick universe, and it is set many years before the first film when he was very active as one of the world's most deadliest assassins. So without any further ado guys, let's get into the book. The book here out the bag and the board, and I have to say first thing right away, I really love this cover art guys, and of the 6 issues I really love the cover art for the issue 1 and the issue 2 with the way there's this neon pink lighting just like we see in the movie when he's fighting in these pubs and bars with all the neon lighting and he's just using the gun, reloading quickly and just offing everyone over there. I like this one and the second issue a lot. I'll put up all the other 6 cover issues so you can see over here. And not just that, this also has a lot of variant covers, but not a lot, but each issue has about 3 to 4 variant covers along with the main A cover, and there are movie stock photo covers as well. And to give you guys an example, I actually have issue 3 over here. As you can see, so this is a movie stock variant cover with Keanu Reeves over here holding the gun as he's just going about. I think this is from John Wick 2 or 3, I don't know exactly when. And I'll throw up a couple of other variant covers that we have for the 6-issue mini-series over here. So guys, this book opens up exactly like how it does in the John Wick movies, not with mega explosion or fighting, but with setting the tone, with setting the tension. And in this story, John is already pretty well established. The people already know him to be one of the most fearful and skilled assassins in this field. Everyone knows about his reputation, but unlike the film where he's almost mythical, here everyone gets to see what makes him that mythical thing that we know in the movies. And during the story, we see John getting a lot of flashbacks to his childhood as he recalls to one of the first instances where he was being hunted and he was escaping as a kid. And this is pretty personal because it also goes back to his childhood. So it goes back to a group of people who were targeting him when he was young, and it kind of becomes unfinished business for him. Much like how we see in the movie, even in the comic books, John here doesn't talk too much. He's very selective. He only talks precisely when he needs to and just communicate what needs to be communicated. And you can see the way he says yeah over here. This is like the typical way in which Keanu Reeves goes on and just says yeah. Now talking about the artwork guys, I really expected the artwork to be just like how we get in the cover art. This is not to say that the artwork inside is bad. It's definitely not bad. It's good, it's dynamic, it has very nice coloring. It makes you feel like we're living right in this world of John Wick that we see in the movies. But the cover art does stand out a lot more than the interior art because the cover art looks extremely detailed and amazing. And I get that because the cover art is just one piece, whereas in a comic strip you're trying to tell a continuous story with multiple panels, so it cannot be uniform in all the places. And needless to say, just like in the movies, it's not only about action. There are a lot of times where they're having heavy conversation, heavy stylized conversations as well with each other, with the people under the table. We're talking about markers, with all those tiny elements and things that we have seen in the movies that make the world of John Wick so intricate and detailed and beautiful. So guys, that was just a very quick look through over these 2 issues that I have. Now I don't have all the 6 issues here. I am trying to collect them, but like I said, it's a very low print count, so I don't have all the issues yet, but I am on the outlook for them. But for those of you who want to collect it, you can either collect it in a single issue format like the ones I have here, or there is a trade paperback format as well collecting all the 6 issues, so you can go for that one as well. Now, having read all the 6 issues, I think it's a very nice mini series that does what a prequel should do, especially for a very big movie franchise like the John Wick series. The best thing about this is the fact that it's not a one-to-one movie adaptation, because while I like those and it's good for kids to get into it, for people who are fans of the franchise and they want more storytelling about these characters, this prequel does a very good job of giving us just a little bit more insight into who John Wick used to be and what kind of stuff he dealt with. And of course, this doesn't give any major tie-ins into how he met the love of his life and how he retired and how he got married and all that, because we just get a montage of that in the movie and we pretty much get the idea. We don't need to go too deep into it, but we just saw the montages that made us feel it was pretty effective enough for him to leave this world behind. But what I would have loved to see was him pull off that feat where he finished that uncompletable assignment single-handedly that got him outside of this gang and made him come out and be a free man living like a normal human being. I really wish the series dealt into that, because that would have been cool to see, but nonetheless it was a fun read. What's also really good about the series is that we get to see a little bit more time of the different people in this underworld. We see different organizations, how they operate, and obviously a lot of people have a bounty out for John Wick. That's pretty much standard even during the movies, and it wouldn't work if you didn't have that conflict in the series as well, because obviously there's going to be someone who's holding a bounty on him for one thing or another. But Greg Pak does a good job in respecting the rules that is already established in the film and making sure he includes all those details that make the world of John Wick what it is and what we love about by seeing the film. And you can see that because he's really portrayed John Wick very well, just like it is portrayed in the movies. He's not just some unstoppable hero, because we have seen John Wick even in the movies does get hit, he does fall down sometimes, but what's special about him is the fact that he is relentless, he's disciplined, he's calculative, he's efficient, something that a lot of people don't know a lot about, just like that build-up scene that we got in the very first movie. And while I said I did like the artwork and I was a little bit let down that it was not exactly like the main cover art, the artwork still is pretty good. It doesn't replicate the actor's likeness exactly, but it does give a gritty noir inspired style with the heavy shadows and the muted colors, making it feel more realistic. Obviously, since this is a 6-issue mini-series, you might feel in some places that there are certain characters that don't get the enough depth about themselves, like especially the villains in this, they don't get heavy detail into them because it's just a 6-issue mini-series and it focuses mainly on the event. And maybe if Dynamite had focused on making a longer continuation, they could have spent more time discussing each and every character and their motivations and how their arc has transformed over the years. Overall, guys, I would say that it's not an essential read, but if you're a fan of the series, you love the movie, you can definitely pick this up and read it. Just have a fun time and just, immerse yourself in one more story about this world and one more story about John Wick that you had previously not known about. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share this with your friends. You can subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more such videos. Let me know your thoughts about this series, guys, and let me know which is your favorite John Wick movie in the whole series, and I will catch you guys next time.